Kaunda, you would know perfectly about conditions in Free State.
Yeah, you know, as a former Cheetahs player, I know we always used to give the ball a lot of air. But I must say, today's occasion is a little bit different, you know. I'm saddened by where the Cheetahs are today because they find themselves playing in 2 tournaments at once. And you know, Cheetahs is not a squad that's known to have depth. If you look in their history, they've only won 1 Vodacom Cup. So that shows that they really don't have a lot of depth and they're really struggling and are stretched when they have to play in the Pro 14 and in the Currie Cup. So yeah, that's a little bit of a sore point for me.
Historically have been a very good side in the Currie Cup.
Yeah, they have some, you know. Dunn is a man who's been, you know, thrown in the deep end, I guess. If you look at the history of the fixture, recent history, better Cheetahs sides have lost to the Pumas. I remember them losing twice in 2014 to Jimmy Stonehouse's Pumas side. They then drew in 2015. And of course in 2016, it was an outstanding Cheetahs side that went through unbeaten. And then the Cheetahs hammered the Pumas again this year, but with a Pro 14 team. Now they come in with a team that played what in the tournament earlier, Super Sport Rugby Challenge. Yeah. So these are the guys that are going up against the Pumas now. So it's a big ask, really.
Not only Blommetjies, but Speckman comes in as well with an injection of some seniority in the team. A cool, calm and collected head in the Cheetah side as well.
Yeah, Speckman's going to be involved in the Pro 14, but don't forget that Chris Dry is there. He's also coming from the 7 setup. As much as we're making a noise about Cecil Africa, he's going to be important because he's also the leader as well. Cecil Africa, Bob's nail on the head. If there's going to be some magic, it's going to have to come from him. 2-time SA Rugby 7s player of the year. You know, that is not a Muppet on the wing. That is proper class.
Yeah. So something else that does build into character is somewhat a home ground advantage. It almost becomes null and void in the professional sphere of sport, doesn't it, Kaunda?
I think it's more null and void with this outfit, more than in professional sport. You know, these guys really, it's a level too high for a lot of the players that are here, only because the Cheetahs find themselves in the situation they are. As I've said, you know, the last time the Pumas beat the Cheetahs was in 2014, so this is a golden opportunity for them. But yeah, if guys want to make it to the top, they want to play Pro 14, they want to play Super Rugby, they want to play for the Springboks, they have to front up in games like this when everyone has written them off. This is their opportunity now to put their hand up and say, listen, I'm here, I want to make something of myself, I want to play at a higher level. So this is the opportunity for them. Hopefully Dan Newman can inspire them to go and do that on the field.
Kaunda, what about you? Where are your predictions? Where do you see the game being won?
I think Pumas can win this game quite comfortably. It's going to be like watching a boxer and a puncher. You know, the Pumas are going to be clinical in the execution. The Cheetahs are going to go guns blazing and hopefully disrupt them very early in the game. But to me, I think realistically, I think Pumas will win this game pretty comfortably.
Kaunda, he's mentioned that the Cheetahs won last week, but so did Leinster. They put in a good performance against the Kings.
Yeah, Leinster's one of 5 teams unbeaten so far in the tournament, you know. And even though the Cheetahs won last week, this is a mammoth task, you know. They're playing against a team that has won the Guinness Pro 14 4 times. They've won European Challenge Old Heineken Cup 3 times. They've won the Irish Interprovincial Tournament 22 times. So they're playing against a team that is established not only in European rugby, but in world rugby. This is a massive, massive challenge for the Cheetahs.
Kaunda, Bose mentioned, I think it was you in fact who mentioned that the unbeaten side are Leinster, top of their conference.
Yeah, top of the conference, you know. Ulster also, you know, a huge challenge. Scarlets are the defending champions of the tournament. But here's a chance now, you know, Southern Kings, if they can come out with a win against Zebra, it's a young side, and hopefully they can build from here. Also the Cheetahs, you know, don't forget the Cheetahs are also the defending, this is Paul Skuman here, almost bumped you over. Anyway, Cheetahs are the defending Currie Cup champions, so you know, they come into this game with some pedigree as well.